Boats are on the water and pools are open for the summer season. This time of year, though, it's important for families to stay vigilant and keep swim safety in mind.
Yeah, drowning remains the leading cause of death for children ages 1 to 4, but with the right steps, it is preventable. Joining us now is Caitlin Gustafson, a certified infant swimming resource instructor, along with Caitlin Carr, the mother of several of Caitlin's young swimmers. Ladies, thank you both for joining us. Yeah, the Caitlins. Yes. We got Caitlin with a C and Caitlin with a K, so similar to our situation with
the
me
Kyles
and Kyle Dickens. So,
yes.
Caitlin with a C. So explain ISR. You've been on the show many times. Obviously, very important. You know, you do important lessons for these families. So talk about it and how it benefits. These lessons benefit these families.
So my goal with ISR and what sets me apart from typical traditional swimming lessons you get at the local pools is that my entire goal focuses on making the children independent from me at the end. The goal is if I am not there, they can still have the same skills or find themselves a place to rest, either floating or get to an exit point.
Yeah, and it can be very different for families from, I would say, traditional swim lessons that we've had in the area. Yeah. I know our ISR has been around for quite some time, but yes, we really haven't had the opportunity in the area, a lot of families, to try this. In fact, I know a lot of families who will travel very far to take ISR lessons because it is very different. So if you could, I know we have a lot of videos of that you provided of some little kiddos. We've got one right behind us, which I will say this every time. This amazes me to watch these young kids being able to do this. But kind of talk about that aspect of it, so as people see these videos popping up, they're not going, oh my goodness, this tiny little baby is just being tossed in the pool. That's literally the point, and they innately learn exactly what to do.
Yes. So the younger children, right there, they learn how to fall in from various angles and find their float. So they have access to air, they can hang out in that float for a little while, make sure that they're breathing. And then we have a little bit bigger, so that's like a swim, float, stay. She has a little tiny swim. Then when she gets tired, she typically stays. Sometimes she flips over. Ooh,
oh my goodness.
Quinn's famous.
Yes, an angel. Oh my gosh, they're just so sweet.
Yes, they are. So Caitlin, I want to bring you into the conversation as well, because tell us a little bit about you and your family, because you've chosen to put your kids into ISR.
Correct. So we have 3 young kids. All 3 of them are under 6 and under. Then we have a 4th on the way now.
Surprise. Congrats.
I also am a PA, so I work in medicine. My husband's a firefighter. And so when we were navigating, we have a lot of respect for water. Water is unforgiving, and we've seen the consequences of that in our work. And so when we were looking for, we're now parents and we have to navigate our own fear of water, we very much were looking for ISR. And we got into it a little bit later with our oldest, simply because it wasn't accessible in the area. So that's how we found Caitlin. We're now like 3 years into our relationship. All 3 of our children have done it. And you know, it's okay to be fearful of water, but how do we give them tools to, you know, what are they going to do when we're not there, when we're not in the water with them? And it has been incredible.
Is it amazing to see your kids going through this process?
So my daughter started a little bit older for the program in and of itself, and Caitlin shared with us, this will look different. She's going to be fearful. You've made her
a little more aware,
fearful, respectful of water, and we very much had.
Respectful of water.
And so it took us a little bit longer. We stuck with it. I would do it again and again. We went through, what, 6 weeks of tears maybe? And
with Charlie,
with Charlie.
Definitely.
And then now, if you saw Charlie now,
oh my gosh.
I mean, we just went to a birthday party for kids her age, and Charlie is like diving for rings, and we call her a shark.
That's every parent's dream. It truly is. I mean, it's just you just don't know that feeling until you have a kiddo that's playing near water, and it's just, you know, you're constantly on it. Yeah, absolutely. We want to revisit, Caitlin. We had you on recently, the 5 layers of protection, because that's where all of this stuff here is eventually going to come in. So tell us what the 5 layers of protection are.
Oh, my brain.
It's okay. We got them on the screen.
There you go.
Oh, you're the best.
Barriers and alarms. Kids are absolutely crazy and curious and fast, so you want to put as many obstacles between the child and water as possible. Supervision, and that means like true supervision. Somebody without a phone, somebody without a drink in their hand, paying attention to water at all times. Water competency is where I come in. So I'm trying to give those children the skills of what do they do if they end up in the water without me, without mom and dad. etc., etc. Life jackets for any type of open water. You always want an appropriate fitted life jacket for everybody. We're talking kayaks. We are in that area. Boating, all types of things. Honestly, some kids even fall off the dock fishing. That's actually more
That's
common
why I
than
like
you think.
these with the, they're panning up right now, so in just a second you'll see, but there's like a little handle that I'm holding up, and this is a great thing to have, so you can just grab them and pull them out. Yeah,
I know. Well, I haven't been there yet, but give my kids a year or two.
It's just a matter of time.
Literally. And then the last one is emergency preparedness. So who knows CPR? Stay up to date on that. I think every parent should, honestly, kids. And then a big one is, where are you swimming? Where are you boating? How do we get people there in an emergency? Because do you know the address to your campground or something like that?
Yeah.
And one thing we can really do to be vigilant, you might not really think about it, but the type of swimsuit you have for your kid can really make a difference. And so you brought some examples of different types of suits here.
I did. So these are my children's life jackets. Forgive me, they are filthy. I do use them.
Yeah,
They get good
kids
use.
are using them.
Yes.
Yes, so this is an infant life jacket. It does have, like, it's supposed to be a head support. There is no guarantee in any sort of emergency that this will flip them upright. No guarantee.
Okay.
Like, it's a 50-50 shot. I have had some families who go through ISR and they are boating families bring in the life jacket, and I will make sure the skills translate with it. And then over there, Kyle has my bigger son's life jacket, so it doesn't have the head pillow. You want to make sure you have the crotch straps for sure, because you know, if you're ever thrown off, unfortunately, we need it to stay on.
We have the photo of the swimsuits on here, and you know what, you can really get pretty much any type of swimsuit you want, but you really like to help people focus on color. Because you want to be visible in that water.
All water, yes, yes. It's all about thinking about where you're going to be, what it looks like, the colors of the pool liners and stuff, because most of them are blue, unfortunately. So when you have boys like this type of blue here, I don't love it.
Yeah,
it really blends in with the water
blends in
and
a
the
lot.
pool color,
And you're not going to see these tiny little specks of red. Honestly, you're not. Like, the blue's going to fade in. This one, I don't love the shorts, but finally we have a boys rash guard with some bright colors. So I actually wrote to Carter's and asked them to bring this back because they sold out, and I was like, please
and I will
bring it back.
reference the photo that was just on screen, because it was showing all of the swimsuits actually in water in a pool. Here it is. They put it back up on the screen. Thank you guys. And you can see exactly what Caitlin is talking about right now. There are some that are very visible and some that are not. So,
And literally, there's the same exact swimsuits from the first photo in that one. So how many do you not see there?
Quite a few.
Well, so obviously a very important resource that you provide for Quad City families. So if you are a parent and you're interested in signing up your child for ISR, you can contact Caitlin directly by phone or email. We have that information on your screen. We're also going to put all this on our website, kwqc.com. And if you want to check out more of the videos that we were looking at, you can visit the Quad Cities ISR Facebook page or visit quadcitiesisr.com. Caitlin and Caitlin, we appreciate you both for being here today.
Yeah, you were great. Thank you again.